Friday, so it must be time for us to take our weekly peek into the world of showbiz in Showbiz Spotlight.
I'm your biggest fan, I'll follow you until you love me. Paparazzi.
Firstly, we're going across the pond. Yes, this week Simon Cowell made an appearance on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. During the interview, his new fiancée, Mishkan Husseini, joined him and the two met with a kiss. However, instead of planting a knee trembler on her lips, take a look at that. He went in for a quick peck while his mind seemed to be elsewhere. But would we accept a half-hearted peck from our men in public, Carol McGiffin?
No way! No way! No,
You're not known
way.
for half-hearted pecks in public.
No, I do like a full-on snog in front of all the cameras. I don't care. You know, I don't know. It depends on the situation, I suppose, but... I mean, if Mark kissed me like that in front of, you know, that was on the Jay Leno show. It's a massive, massive show in America, millions and millions of people watching.
Well, worldwide, we've seen it over here.
Exactly, I'd be so cross. I'd be like, who are you looking at? What's over there? I'm here. You know, and like, pretend it was all a bit of a joke. He was pretending not to know her, but he did too good a job, if you ask me.
Oh, but look, not everybody's like that, are they? I mean, my Peter would be horrified if I expected him to give me a big full-on snog. He's very shy and a bit discreet, and, you know, he just... A little peck, I'd be lucky to get a little peck, quite frankly, but, you know, he's just doesn't do that.
What you can get.
But I just basically will take what I can get. So I'm a bit of a responder, you know, and if somebody comes to me on a camera, you know, wanting to express their feelings, I'm not going to stop them, am I? You know, bring it on.
I love snogging. I'm with Carol. I love snogging, and I would expect a good proper old grab me and snog me face off. However, you do, you know, if it was a shy guy, although I don't probably think I'd snog a shy guy, would I? You have to. I'd probably understand if you didn't want to do the full-on tongues. Like Simon obviously didn't.
There's a time and a place, you know, and if you're on a chat show with millions and billions and trillions of people watching, no, you do you know, I had the most horrible image. I was going to say you keep like a cat's bum thing. But you know what I mean? I mean that in a lovely way. But I mean, I don't think she should be cross because, you know, if you're in a relationship, hopefully over the years you're going to have billions of kisses together, so one that didn't quite go right is, you know, not really a big deal. OK, next up. Take That's Mark Owens made headlines this week after it came to light that before he married Emma, his long-term partner and mother of his two children, he'd had an affair and up to 10 one-night stands with other women. However, he's claimed that he's not cheated on Emma since their wedding day, saying that I'm proud of that. For me, the ring is really important and I want to be true to my word. So, would your view of infidelity change once the ring had actually been put on your finger?
No.
I don't think it makes a difference.
No, it wouldn't, no. I don't know. Infidelity is infidelity to me. That's it. You know, and if you're with someone and you've kind of found out that they've cheated on you 10 times before you got married, it's OK because it's before you got married. What's the difference? It's the same. And, you know, I would tend to think that I'm not quite sure how much difference that ring is going to make to someone if it's that serial, you know what I mean?
Well, he's not necessarily saying that he thinks it's OK that he's done it, but he's saying that, you know, since he's got married, he's, you know, he respects the ring and he's
exactly.
keeping on the straight and narrow.
I know what he's saying, but I couldn't live with it. No.
Well, I'm with you. Big non-infidelity person myself. Well, since I got married, anyway. But when I was 17, 18, up to I got married at 25, I had boyfriends, and I probably was quite unfaithful quite a lot. But when I met my ex-husband, and even the engagement ring, it made a huge difference to me. When I got that ring on my finger, I used to say to my girlfriends, when I get that ring on my finger, that's it. I've done my living, I've done my wild child years, and I'm glad I did them. I was ready to change and I was ready to settle down, and I did, and that's what, you know, that's what I did. So I think in my mind it made a huge difference to me. Now if he'd said to me, you know, the 4 years we were together before we actually had the wedding day, I was unfaithful, I don't really think... because we knew we were going to get married. If it was just a little passing relationship, maybe I'd have felt different. But it did, for me, it made a huge difference. Once I'm committed, and that's it. And I felt committed with a ring.
And it also depends on the stage of the relationship, because I know, if, you know, thinking about it, if it was like with Steve and I, if it was the really early stages of our relationship, where everything's all kind of up and down, and oh, what we doing? Are we together? Are we not? I could probably forgive him if he said, you know what, back in that first year, I was a bit naughty. But
we were living together.
No, we didn't. We didn't live together until.
No, but if you had been,
that's what I mean. But if it was since we moved in together, and then we had Amy, and then
it's having the children, I think, and that big commitment that changes it, don't you? For you?
Don't you think it makes a difference whether you confess up front or whether you get caught out? I mean, I think if I was getting married to somebody and they said to me, look, I have committed some adultery before this point, while I've known you, but I'm really, really sorry about it, and I want you to forgive me, and I want us getting married to be my fresh start, and I promise faithfully that I'll never be faithful again. Don't you think that's
never
different?
be unfaithful again.
Unfaithful. I'll get this straight in a minute. But don't you think that would be different from after the wedding, you know, after you're married, finding out that they'd been unfaithful and then not telling you, and then, you know, and you finding out from a third party? I think it's different.
because it doesn't
you have to give them a chance to be forgiven.
If somebody confesses, it still doesn't make it okay. You know,
No, it doesn't make it okay, I agree.
If somebody cheated on me and I never found out about it, of course it wouldn't bother me.
Don't you believe in second chances ever then, Carol, under any circumstances?
I've done the second chance thing a couple of times, and I wouldn't do it again. I just wouldn't do it again, because in my experience, the second chance that you give them, it doesn't make any difference, and it always happens again. So no, I'm not tarring all my relationships with the same brushes, because I'm not. It's different, but no, not for me.
Well, I think everybody deserves a second chance.
Okay, finally, having gone to great lengths recently to lose weight, Sharon Osbourne's now looking forward to the day when she can gorge on food and no longer worry about what she looks like. Despite having had a gastric band fitted 9 years ago, she says, when I stop working on TV, the floodgates will open and I'll end up a fatty, but I'll be happy. I want to be a granny, and grannies are supposed to be fat. So, do you agree with her? Are you looking forward to when you can just let it all go?
Yeah, let it all go. I spent 39 years wondering, have I put any pounds on? I'm fluctuating between a 12 and 14. I'm a fat person trapped inside not really that fat person, I think. And so for me, oh yeah, when Jake gives me grandkids, you know what? Get them cakes out.
That's a nice attitude.
I do.
I don't know, you say that, but does it necessarily lead to happiness? I mean, modern grannies have to be really quite fit and active, don't they now? You have to get down to the playgroup and in the playground and, you know, be running around. My mum is fantastically active as a granny, and I don't know, if you're that overweight, are you going to be able to do that?
You can be large and fit and active. It doesn't necessarily...
You don't have to be huge. What she's saying is, like, when you're on TV, there is a lot of pressure not to be fat, and she wants to get rid of that pressure and just let it go.
I mean, I've put a bit on, I have to say. I'm getting very worried. Why does food taste... Why does food taste so much nicer when you get older? It does, doesn't it? Come on, back me up. I used to be able to say no to cakes and stuff. I can't walk past a plate of chips now. I just can't. And I used to be able to.
That's nature's way of telling you to eat it.
It's all going on wrong.
It doesn't taste nice. You've just lost all your self-control, that's all.
Oh, stop it. Shut up.
No, seriously, I was looking forward to, you know, just getting old and wearing elasticated waists and sitting there and eating chicken elbows. I'm with Sharon on this one completely, because, you know, I don't put a lot of effort into being fat, but it's, you know, it's on my mind. I don't want to be fat. I don't like it.
You never will be, though.
I've been a bit fat, been fatter than I am, much fatter, and I didn't like it, so I don't do it again. Well, I won't. Well, I might. I wanted to. No, I can't now, can I? Because I've got a 28-year-old fiancé, so I just can't let myself go. So that's it. It's a sentence.
It's a life sentence.
It is a life sentence.
Okay. Time for one final break.